Okay, here's the headline. Peter Seidler, terrible distaste for the word checkbook baseball. Peter Seidler's blueprint is this. I'm going to invest in my general manager, and we're going to spend an enormous amount of money in scouting. I call it boots on the ground. AJ Preller's got scouts everywhere. That's item one, big investment. Then we're going to sign all these draft picks, and if we have to overpay them, we'll do that. And Preller surely did. He paid unbelievable amounts of money because it also included a tax penalty when he signed Adrian Morion. That's a $22 million investment 5 years in that really has not bore fruit yet.
Mm-hmm.
Jorge Oña, Cuban outfielder, that was a $14 million investment. 7 plus 7 penalty. He's still in the minor leagues. They signed Cal Quantrill out of Stanford after just 1 year. Way overpaid him to get him to commit coming off elbow surgery. Had him here, traded him. He's one of the frontline guys in Cleveland. They did that with virtually everybody. So Seidler poured all that money into the farm system. And then, of course, they made the deals. It didn't work out. The Matt Kemps, the James Shields, the Justin Upton disgrace and all that. And then they had to pay money to get clubs to take those guys. So Peter Seidler's whole philosophy and blueprint is we will invest, we will start to win in this market. This market, John, is different than any other market in baseball. Follow connect the dots here. You're in Pittsburgh, small market. Who do you compete for the sports dollar in Pittsburgh with? Steelers, Penguins, Pitt Panthers. You're in Kansas City. You're not front and center in anybody's mind. Who do you compete with? Kansas City Chiefs and Big 12 football. You're in Milwaukee, small market. You're competing against the Packers and the champion Milwaukee Bucks. It's a big issue. San Diego, you're not competing against anybody. When the Chargers left here in the middle of the night, and Spanos pulled his team out of here in 2017, the Padres became the only show in town. The Padres had great corporate sponsorship all along the trail, historically, for 50 plus years, whether they were good or bad. It was a pretty good baseball city. They then inherited, they went out and they got the lists of all the Charger season ticket holders and the Charger corporate sponsors. And those guys are now part and parcel, part of sponsorship at Petco Park. On top of all that, San Diego is different than Chicago, Boston, New York, Detroit. San Diego is a melting pot of people from everywhere. Hell, you got deported from San Francisco. I relocated from Long Island. San Diego not only has its own hardcore Padre fans, but every time there's a road game that comes in here and they're playing the Red Sox, the Cubs, the Pirates, the White Sox, Mets and Yankees for sure. You think there are a few of their colors, their jerseys in that stadium?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody comes to see the team that they never left back home. Yeah, they may have moved here, but there's an emotional attachment to being a Yankee or a Met fan. And now I'm going to see the Padres play the Mets and the Yankees when they're here in the yard. And that's why you got so much. I told Peter Seidler and I told Ron Fowler, I said, if you build a winner, you'll draw $3 million. It's a baseball community. If you win, you will get every fan who wants to be part of the experience down to the Gaslamp Quarter. And you'll still get the Met and the Yankee and Dodger fans and the Giant fans and all those people who come wearing their colors. This is such a unique, different market. There's nobody to compete with. San Diego State missed the opportunity to grab Charger fan and make him Aztec fan. Totally blew it. That's why Snapdragon Stadium was half empty virtually all last season. So Seidler's got this blueprint of invest, win, enormous revenue streams by virtue of our past corporate sponsors, the Charger corporate sponsors, tremendous revenue stream as it relates to the fans, 3 million fans per game, including all those out-of-town fans wearing the Red Sox logo. He's got a blueprint here, and they continue to win and build. They're going to be able to continue to do this kind of $254 million a year business. It's a unique blueprint, Maybe you can't put it into gear in Detroit, because they got the Pistons and the Red Wings and the Detroit Lions and Michigan football. But in San Diego, they are the only show in town. So I think that's why they created this. Now it takes brass to do what he did, to invest all of his wealth, push it to the middle of the table. But you can see, if you connect the dots, all the business dots here, how this could work if you continue to win. So that's the blueprint that I think that's out there. They own this market financially. They obviously own this market emotionally right now.
Yeah, that's like actually a great analysis, because there are so few markets that are like this. I was thinking in my head, what other markets maybe have only one major team? Maybe New Orleans, maybe Salt Lake City. I mean, there's not very many examples of that. What he has here in front of him is just this tremendous opportunity to not only build a championship and be a legacy in San Diego, but maybe to make a lot of money in the end, because these fans are flocking to the stadium. Going to Petco Park is like a party every time you go there. So what he's done is spectacular. And yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking to myself, what other teams are in that situation? Very, very few.
Yeah, you go up and down the road map, there's hardly any. Just Seattle. They got the Seahawks, University of Washington Huskies. Obviously LA is so big, you got all those franchises there. Anaheim might be in that same scenario because they're kind of boxed in.
Yeah.
Anaheim is kind of locked into Orange County now. And I should have mentioned geography, because not only the Padres have all these fans from all these cities that are living here now, Padres have the ability to draw people up the I-15 corridor, and people come down from up north to here. And if they add more Hispanic players, they got people coming across the border, I'm sure, from Mexico that love Major League Baseball. This is such a uniquely different solo market. They're the only show in town.
Well, how about back when you were doing the Charger games at Qualcomm Stadium? There was always a huge contingent of Raiders fans, of Broncos fans, of Chiefs fans. They would come out to these games because everybody is from somewhere else, right? So that's a great formula for success.
Here we go.